to the surface. 'Cause when your love breaks out, we won't be the same. This world is sad, it's a bad, but we choose to live for you.
Something that God's really taught me this week is just like the whole forgiving factor. Just that if you don't forgive people, it's actually hurting yourself more than it's hurting them. And just by forgiving them, you're like accepting God's grace and everything, and just like doing what He wants you to do.
The biggest thing I learned is that I really need to go home and make God my #1 priority. It was really great to come out here and get away from everything. I have a really busy schedule, so just come out here and not have to think about anything back home, just focus on God. So I really want to take that home with me.
Caravan has just made me see, that getting in the Bible and reading the Word will just like keep me set next year.
I felt a much deeper aspect of worship this week. Just, you don't have to wait for a song, you don't have to know what music's going, and it's just a matter of meeting Christ there and being able to worship, and I felt a lot deeper worship this week than I had before, so that was cool.
It helped me take a step closer to Christ, and the fact that no matter what or how many mistakes I've made, I'm always going to be forgiven by Christ, and that's really helped with a lot of my problems, and it's really going to help back at home too. So
this year in Caravan, I learned that with Stuart Hall's talk about drifting, I learned that I need to work on not drifting. I need to put my feet down and just stay with it and not just get on the Caravan high and just drift away after a couple of weeks.
Well, Stuart really talks about drifting away from God, and I totally experienced that during the school year and the beginning of the summer, and when Stuart talked about that, I was like, wow, that's totally me. And I thought I really need to watch myself really carefully, so I never want to drift away from God again.
Well, I have learned that there are a ton of different ways to worship God, whether it's in church when it's all quiet and stuff, or if we're rocking out with the band. And I did not know that you could worship God in so many different ways, so that's helped me out this week.
Through the mission that I did, we went to the King Adult Day Enrichment Program, and that's with adults who have neurological disorders that can be mental and physical, or just one or the other. And to be quite honest, I was really hesitant about going because I didn't want to be in an awkward situation or embarrass myself or just, say something that would just make the other person feel bad. And through God and Stuart saying do hard things, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And I went and I had so much fun. And it just made me realize that I can't, be afraid to put myself out there, and I can't be afraid to meet new people no matter who they are or what they've got going on. I mean, without that, I probably would still be afraid to do anything, so yeah.
I learned that I really need a small group to focus on and to keep me going in Christ. The small group time we've had here at Caravan has really helped, and I haven't had that this summer, and it's just kept me and moved me a lot closer to Christ.
When you go back home, you have to do stuff, because to change your ways, you can't stay on the Caravan high. Otherwise, you're going to drift away, and you're going to come back next year, and the same thing's going to happen. You got to focus on Christ and read the Bible and do all that.
Well, when Stuart, our speaker, asked us to commit Christ to our lives one and for all, to say, I give it all up to God, I did, and I realized that everything was clear to me then. I realized different things were brighter, different things were just easier to figure out, and my attitude kind of changed a little bit, and it helped me realize that I can do it with God's help. Everything I can do with God's help.
Some of you are so far in the current, you're moving so fast. You need to understand this about Jesus. He is a gentleman. The book of Revelation says, I stand at the door and I knock. It doesn't say, I'm at your door and I'm about to kick it in. Jesus is a gentleman. But let me tell you what he's like tonight. He's not standing on a rock. He is the rock.